If I had known, if I had known, I would not have gone for that wedding. For a long time, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. Should I call my friend? Did I call her? I keep saying my friend. Pico, my former friend. Sorry. If I've been saying my friend, scratch. This incident that happened to me was a very painful one. And that's why I don't keep friends. Like, I really, really don't. Why am I just sharing it now? I came across something on social media that reminded me of the incident. And the pain came rushing back all over again. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ify, and this channel is all about cooking, but I try to share some of my stories with you so you can just be entertained or learn a story or two. Make sure you click the subscribe button and of course the notification icon. So let's get right into the story, shall we? Okay, so this happened quite a long time ago, really long time ago. I had a very close friend in university, very tight, like rice and beans, 5 and 6, that kind of thing. We're close from 100 level to 500 level because I studied law. So it wasn't even like a friendship that started 2 or 3 weeks back or a month ago. No, this was like 5 years friendship because we met in university. Now, as soon as we graduated, she was getting married, And yeah, I think we had graduated at the time. That was just after graduation. She was getting married. She told me, she invited me, and she was having her wedding in Port Harcourt. I live in Lagos, right? So as far very close friend, there was no way I was not going to go to Port Harcourt. So I sold my Ashwebi, did everything I had to do, got ready. I was very excited. We had been talking, communicating. If I had known, if I had known, I would not have gone for that wedding. But I didn't know. Everything was okay. I got ready, went to the airport. I flew to Port Harcourt. I think I flew to Port Harcourt. It was coming back that I came with. Anyway, let's go on now. I'll give you the story. So I flew to Port Harcourt on that fateful day, met up with some other friends. We went to her house. We got there. I can't even remember when the cold reception started. I don't remember. But I just noticed that we got there that day, high spirit, other people were there, the house was full, so everyone was chilling, we said hello. So I didn't really notice something was off. But by the second day, which was on a Saturday, I started noticing, hey God, what is happening here? This girl, my friend, the bride, she snubbed me. As I'm talking about it, the pain is still coming to me. She snubbed me. I noticed she wasn't talking to me. I wasn't sure at first. Like, was this a figment of my imagination? Was this real? So I'll try to talk to her, I'll say something. She's giving me the cold shoulder. But I'll notice that with other friends, she was very friendly, very free. Hey, I started saying something is going on, but I wasn't sure at the time because I didn't have any inclination that something was wrong, just before I came to Port Harcourt. Okay, now, I was feeling very bad. Very bad. And it was not like I came with a group of friends so I could distract myself with my other friends. I came alone and met other people, that's her own friends, that were not necessarily close to me. So you can imagine how I was feeling. Anyway, I continued like that too. I was feeling bad, but I had to put up a face like everything was fine because I didn't want other people to know. But other people knew now. They could sense something was wrong, but they just tried to be mature about the whole thing. I think I went on a Friday. The wedding, it was a 7-day Adventist wedding. I can't remember now if it was on a Saturday or Sunday. Honestly, I can't even remember. I think the wedding, honestly, I can't remember what day the wedding was, but I spent like 3 days in Port Harcourt. The day we arrived, then the wedding day, then yes, I spent 4 days. The day I arrived, then the wedding day, and then the day after the wedding, I came back after. Okay. So the day of the wedding, it was very busy. So she didn't really pay me much attention. It was very busy. So I couldn't really fault her for not, paying me attention. So no wahala. The wedding came, I chilled with other people that I met there. We had a good time. I didn't really have a good time because I was feeling bad inside because of the reception I had received all this while. Now, if I wasn't clear about what was going on the day after the wedding, if I was in any doubt at all, it was clear on that day. Do you get what I mean? So the wedding day, then after the wedding, at least no more wedding running around and everything. She was a little bit chilled, you know. I was in her house. We stayed over at her house. She made provision for her friends, a very big house. So she made room for us, you know, one of her rooms. So I was really there in her house. It was breakfast time the following day. Her mom was there, her siblings, everybody, you know. And then the following day, she still won't talk to me. So at this point, it was clear something was wrong. I even asked her, is everything okay? And she said, yeah, nothing was wrong, everything was cool, but clearly something was wrong. And everybody noticed it. People even started telling me, you know, telling me to just chill, chill, chill. They saw how bad I was feeling. Has this ever happened to you? When you're in a group with people and then the host or somebody is sidelining you. Has it ever happened? How did you feel? Please share with us in the comment section because I know how I felt. A long way from home. If you've done it or you're planning to do it with someone, don't do it. It's better you tell that person not to come. Do you understand? Because I risked my life. I left everything I was doing to come to a wedding only for me to be treated like this. It wasn't even funny. Anyway, so that day she kept saying, no, nothing was wrong. Like, I couldn't wait for night time to come so I could sleep, my final sleep in Port Harcourt, and then head to Lagos the next day. Anyway, night finally came. We slept. You know, people were having fun. Wedding now with your girls, everything. I couldn't. My friend wasn't talking to me. What kind of fun was I going to have? And then the other people were not like my paddy. You get what I mean? So it was just friends we met there. So I was having a horrible time. The next morning came, people were going, most of them were going back to Lagos. They rented a bus. So I decided to join them in the bus back to Lagos, right? So we got into the bus first thing in the morning. I think it was like 8, 9 a.m., you know, and then we started our journey back. So I was very quiet because I was like, what just happened? What just happened to me? It was a nasty feeling, and yet she never said a word. She just kept telling me, nothing. Okay, now, so in the bus, I was really quiet but troubled. And then another person, which was a really nice person, one of our friends there, who noticed the cold war or the coldness that was going around. So she tried to, you know, comfort me and stuff. So while we're in the bus, she sat close to me and then she said, oh, Ify, so sorry about what happened. And then I was like, please, what happened? I don't know what happened. I'm confused, you know? And then she told me that my friend told her, it gets complicated here, so I want you to stay with me. Do you understand? Now, the girl who sat with me in the bus told me that our mutual friend, the bride, told her that somebody told her, that's the bride. Are you following me? Somebody told her that I had said something nasty about her, that's the bride. Do you get what I mean? Good. So somebody told the bride something I had said about her. Wait till this day. I don't know what it is. I know I didn't say anything about her because it's my very close friend. I don't even talk about people generally. I don't. Because there's something my mother told us from growing up. She said the worst thing that can happen to you is, oh, call Ify or call Ronke. They said this, they were there. So I generally avoid talking evil or talking trash about people because I don't want you to come and call me to ask me, what did you say? I think it's very demeaning. Don't come and ask me what I said or what I didn't say because I'm not even going to say anything in the first place. You understand? So I just like to mind my business, jejely. You get? So we've been friends for 5 years. Now, if somebody told you I said something about you, was it out of place to ask me if it was true? Was it out of place? I mean, for 5 years, we were friends, we were very close. Everybody knew us together in school. And you didn't deem me fit. I'm talking to you now, Ure, if you can hear me. If you're watching this, you didn't deem me fit to call me, to ask me what happened. Or if I really said something like that. You didn't. Instead, you acted on it and you snubbed me. That was the most horrible experience of my life. Like, I'll tell you how bad it affected me. So when we're in the bus and my friend told me that, oh, this was what happened. Somebody told her that said something about her. I was so upset. Like, I couldn't believe it. Do you know that I wanted to open my phone to make a call, in the bus along the way to, make a phone call. I'd forgotten my password. I'd forgotten it. Password, phone that I use every second of the day. Imagine forgetting your password, the 4 digits to your phone. That was how shattered I was. That was how discombobulated I was. I think I got that pronunciation right. That was how crazy it was. I forgot my password. So I was like, how could I have forgotten my password? I kept trying. This. I couldn't believe I'd forgotten my password until my SIM locked. I don't know if they still do all those SIM if you try different passwords, but that time my SIM locked. At that time, to open your SIM, you needed to go back to your welcome pack. That's the package that the SIM came in. So you check the back of it for your PUK number. PUK. I don't know if, I got my phone long time ago when it first came out. So many of you probably still remember. So to unlock my phone, I needed to get my PUK number at the back of the package where my SIM card came. And that was at home in Lagos, Nigeria. So for the duration of the journey, maybe about 8 hours, 7 hours, I did not have access to my phone. Just imagine being without your phone for 7 or 8 hours. Crazy, but it happened to me. And that was because I couldn't remember my password. And I couldn't remember my password because somebody had said something that just confused me. It scattered my head. It was a horrible experience. Anyway, let's continue the story. So I got back to Lagos and for a long time, I didn't know what to do. Should I call my friend? Did I call her? I keep saying my friend. Pico, my former friend. Sorry. If I've been saying my friend, scratch. My former friend. But I said her name before, Uri. Or please, my former friend. So I kept thinking, should I call my former friend and ask her what happened? For a long time, I kept debating it. Or should I just let it go? But I didn't have closure. But now that I'm older and wiser, guys, closure is not really important. Have closure in your own heart and move on. If you keep looking for closure or more, you might just be unsettled for a really, really long time. Anyway, that's by the way, okay? So I didn't have closure. I wanted to know what I had done. So after like 2 or 3 weeks of debating, should I not? I decided to call her. And then I called her. She picked. And I was like, what happened? What did I say? What? The whole experience is very hazy. I wish I could, but I just packed it to one corner of my head so I could just move on. So I remember clearly that we had a very huge quarrel on the phone because I was mad. I kept saying, so you heard that and you couldn't ask me? You couldn't confront me? You couldn't check with me? You mean you heard some things I said about you? I can't even remember. How deep could it be? We were so close for 5 years. Guys, I don't know. Do you think she had a point? What would it be? I don't know. No matter how bad it is, was it in order for her not to ask me, her bestie for 5 years? Was it in order for her not to ask me what I said? I'm sure some of you are probably thinking, oh, what I said or what they said I said could have been so bad that she didn't want to ask me. Then why did you ask me to come for your wedding? Do you get? I mean, how horrible was that? How horrible was it that you couldn't ask me? Why did you stop me from coming to your wedding? If I was that evil and I said all that about you, that it made you so upset, why didn't you stop me from coming to your wedding? Why did you make me come all the way from Lagos to treat me so poorly? Anyway, so we had a very huge fight on the phone that day because she wasn't backing down, because I felt what she did was wrong, not to have confronted me, to tell me what went wrong. Anyway, we had a very huge fight and that was it. I think that was the last time we spoke. This is about 10 years now. That was a very, if not more, I can't really remember. That was the last time we spoke. I'd forgotten, I'd moved on in my life. I'm not going to lie to you. Did it pain me? Yes, it did. Very much. This was someone who I loved and cherished as a friend. Yes. So it really hurt me. It wasn't easy letting go, but you know, I have to move on now. I cannot be friends with somebody that does not want to be friends. Abby, what would you have done? You would have moved on. So that was the last call. I never called her. It hurt me badly, but I moved on. And then a few years later, maybe about 3-4 years ago, I saw on Facebook. I'm active on Facebook, on If It's Kitchen's page on Facebook. So if you're not following me, then please follow me, If It's Kitchen on Facebook. Yeah. So before I started If It's Kitchen, or after I started it, anyway, on my own personal page, Ifi Moyemoge, for my personal Facebook page, I got a friend request. Guess who was requesting? You guessed right. It was Ure. She was asking for a friend request. What do you think I did? What would you have done? What? I mean, I've just told you everything that happened. I've told you pretty much everything from my own side of the story. And then, oh yeah, I blocked her on WhatsApp, well, everywhere. I blocked her because I really just wanted to move on. So she sent me a friend request, I think just on Facebook. I don't remember if she sent me a friend request on Twitter too or something. Or no, I don't remember. Let me not go there. But I remember on Facebook very correctly, she sent me a friend request and I did not accept. I declined. And then she resent the friend request again. This time around, I just left it like that. Yeah, no, I'm not being petty. I don't think I was being petty. I don't think so. But I was just still hurt, you know, so I didn't. And it's been that way till now. So I don't know, what would you guys have done? Do you think I did? Would you have done something differently? Do you think I was being too petty in not accepting her friend requests? I don't know. You want to just, what's the essence? Did you just want to see what's going on in my life? Or I really don't know the reason for the friend request, but I did not accept it. I've moved on. I've left the past where it is in the past and I've gone on. So that's it. That's it, guys. So if somebody has told you something about another person, I think the least you can do, yeah, I'm talking to you out there, the least you can do is to ask the alleged offender, did you really say this about me? Is it true? I mean, it's not fair. Hear the other party. If all things fail, hear the other party. Do not just hear or listen to one side of the story. It's usually never the complete side, or it's usually not the truth. Hear the other party so you can balance things off or out and have a fairer judgment. That's what I try to do. If you tell me something about another person, if that person is my friend, I'll usually want to hear from the other party so that I can have a balanced judgment. Don't be too quick. The only time you hear one side of the story and you don't ask the other person is if you don't like the other person. Then you're quick to accept that side of the story. Do you understand? So if you really like the other person, you want to hear so you can have a fair judgment. But if you don't like, then that's when you will not listen. You just accept that side of the story. So please, guys, it really hurts. It really, really does hurt when there's a rumor and you do not clarify and instead you act upon it to the detriment of another person. I mean, I'm not saying you must be friends with everybody, no, but at least hear the other person and then have your fair judgment at the end of the day. So that was what happened to me. It hurts me. I forgot about it until I came across something. I remembered it and I decided, you know what, I'll share it. So in case you're about to do that to somebody, so you stop. Nah, don't do it. And if somebody has hurt you like that, I'm there to say forgive. Have I forgiven? I don't know. Have I forgiven? I'm not angry at her. I don't know, but there's no communication. And I guess the only time she wanted to reach out by doing friend requests, I declined. I don't know. So, well, forgive. It's the big thing to do. I'm forgiving her. I'm not angry. I'm not angry at her. If I see somebody who wants to do something evil to her, I'll stop it. I won't let that happen. No. But I'm not going to reach out. If any opportunity presents itself again, if she wants to reach out to me, if any opportunity, you know, I probably would listen or give room. I don't know. But please don't do it to somebody. If somebody has done it to you, try and move on. Find closure, find peace in your heart, move on and be happy. Okay? So thank you for listening. And if you like this kind of story time, let me know in the comment section so I'll know if you want to share my stories or my experiences. If you want me to keep sharing them with you other than just food, let me know in the comment section. Thank you for listening and take care. Bye.